up, everybody, man? How you been? Welcome to another video. And today's leg day, but I'm not really starting leg day on a serious, not even a serious, like on a good note, because somebody from my school, one of my teachers that I admire so much, has passed on, and that really got me feeling so bad to even work out. I just found out about the news like 2 hours ago. It's currently 2 in the morning, so around like midnight. Found out about it. Somebody I admired so much, because he's just helped me. I just like, he's old. He's an old man, like quite old, like around 70 something. I don't know his actual age, right? But I know he's a pretty old man, and I really admired his way of thinking and his philosophy about life. And he always spoke about Christianity so much, the importance of us, believing and trusting in God, and also the sheer will we need to have when confronting life, persevering, being persistent or consistent in whatever we do. He'd always tell us stories, of back in the days. He's a pretty old man. You know how old people be like, talk stories, endless stories, so I really admire that. A lot of people in class wouldn't really like it when they talk, because it's just, sometimes he'll be repeating the same stories over and over again, you know. But I really admire that about him so much. I just like old people who are like my mentors, Although I never really had the close relationship with him, but I've really internalized all the things he has said, all the things he has said, and I saw him as a mentor, somebody who has so much knowledge. This is why I admire, like, old people, bro. I admire old people because of the wisdom and knowledge they have, which transcends our youthful knowledge, because our youthful knowledge is still limited. It's still in the process, but then they've already experienced so much, and I just love getting their wisdom, their knowledge, their insights on life. And he was one very intellectual man, spiritual man too. He just had ways of moving me, in class. Even though I never really liked school, I still don't like school, but he made school a bit better for me, because I feel like I'm benefiting something from listening to him. Yeah, bro. I don't like, rampage and just keep talking about him. And yeah, it's gonna make me feel all melancholy and stuff. So that's one thing I'm avoiding right now. I'm trying to keep a strong face. And yeah, bro. I want to work out, doing some legs. I was thinking of doing some intense legs today, but I decided, well, I'm not really in the best state of mind, so I'm just gonna do like a quick leg workout. I'm being authentic, being real. That's what I'm trying to do. I could have skipped, but then I did say I was meant to leg day, so it's just discipline, and just me being authentic and being real as possible, with the situation that I'm currently going through. But it's the transient nature of life, so yeah, I just wish I had spoken to him and told him how I really admired him, but yeah, that's life. So okay, let's start. Let's start off with, I'm thinking of doing some squats, not squats, lunges. Actually, they got their lunges here, with the bubble lunges. We do lunges first with the 15 kg weights. I'm gonna do 2 sets. Those 2 failure. Then I'm gonna move on to the leg extensions. Then we go. We do some squats, because I've never done some squats in a while. Squats, and then we do some calf raises. Maybe 2 sets of each. Then we'll be done for the night. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, bro. So let's commence. One thing that I know, when you work out, you skip like your routine for a long time, and then you go back, your muscles like begin to deteriorate. They lose strength. It won't really be like, especially like my leg muscles now. But it's been like, I think like 2 weeks, because like I mentioned on the previous videos before this, where I was like working, during the holidays, and I barely had time to actually do proper workouts. I would do just like, quick ones, the quickies, bro, like push-ups, the basics, calisthenics, but I would only do like a proper good workout. So my leg muscle, bro, has definitely deteriorated. So, but yeah, we're gonna eventually, this won't be the best workout, but so we're back at it. So we're gonna be doing it often, and then hopefully we get better at it. And just one thing I wanted to mention is that we just need to try our best and do what we can, with what we've been given. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "To whom much is given, much will be." But it goes, to whom much is given, much will be. I think what much will be demanded. I think it's somewhere along those lines. But I know it's Luke. Book of Luke. It's a beautiful story. Just when you try, like when you basically have so much knowledge of things, when you try your best to evolve, to better yourself in the path of betterment, you will acquire as much as you can, and also so much will be expected from you, not only from people but from God, because He's giving you so much resources, so much of these things that you need to use. I just realized it when my teacher passed. Realizing that there's so much he gave me, so much knowledge. Although I back like when he was talking, I took it. I valued it. I valued it, but now I even value it more, because I see how important it is. How important it is, and yeah, I just need to apply that, bro, and always give people their flowers when they can still smell them. Kanye West say that. So um, always remember to appreciate people that are around you, and people that have the people that play a significant role in your life. Although you may not want to admit it, or although you may not see it, maybe you may not be aware of it, but then deep down that this person, this dude, this brother, my friend, they play a big role. So always give people the flowers, always thank them, and let them know how much they mean to you. That's one of the highest form, like amongst one of the highest form of maturity. So that's one thing I wanted to say. So, bro, this workout will be the best. So I'm gonna do some leg extensions now. I'm gonna do 2 sets, right, of leg extensions, and then day after we're gonna do some. I'm thinking of doing some calf raises. I'll be done. I'm thinking of just doing a quick one. We're not feeling at the best state, like I mentioned, but nevertheless, we're still doing it anyway. So let's do 2 sets. I'm gonna remove these plates right here and put it there. Then we get to work. Let's go. Yeah, bro, we're definitely gonna do leg day again. I don't know. I'm thinking because this wasn't really the best. I'm thinking of doing maybe like 2 days from now, maybe on a Saturday after work, maybe Sunday. I'm thinking of doing leg day again, like a good one. When I'm not all, you know, like emotional and stuff. Yeah, maybe then I'll do it properly. A good, decent workout. And yeah, bro. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm sorry if I'm just kind of like just thinking out loud. Thinking out loud and kind of like venting. Like I mentioned earlier, where I said I'm being realistic, being authentic as possible because this is the stuff we go through as humans, especially as a young man. You mean some people have not really experienced a death of somebody. Some people have, and the way you manage it, you know, you go about it. When the person that you treasure so much, is very important because some people they may take a different route. Let's say I was very very close to him, to the personal level. Like it was like I spoke to him about everything. It was like a father to me. What would I have, like, what path would I have taken? What path would I have taken? I don't know. So now, because I'm not really like I said, I never really spoke to him like that, but I always listened to what he had to say. So of course it's not really personal, but for me it's just really 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 personal in some sense. So that's why I said that you need to try your best and manage your emotions. That's very important, managing your emotions, because this old man's words were just full of vitality, bro, full of wisdom, full of wisdom. And that's one thing I admire so much about him. I love wisdom. This is why I always spoke about philosophy. I love people who just question. So it was just out of this world, out of this world. And yeah, I really got a lot from that man. And yeah, bro, so I'm sorry for venting. This is just being realistic. So thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna do back, bro. We're doing back tomorrow. It's gonna be back because I haven't done a back day in a minute. We're doing back tomorrow, probably in the evening. Same time, 2 o'clock in the morning, around 1. Because after school I don't have work. Which tomorrow's Friday. I don't have work tomorrow, so we're gonna be, working out. And yeah, bro, we're on the road to greatness. So we gotta do whatever it takes. Gotta put in the effort. Although the growth may be incremental, but we're still proud of it regardless. So guys, thank you so much. Take care. Till next time.